I cannot tell you how many times I'm asked if we ever see female predators, women who take advantage of either boys or girls. The answer is we don't see them in my usual takedown predator investigations, but we have seen them in different ways. The teacher-student scenario, and just really this past week, we saw it again. A 24-year-old woman named Elisa Thomas is now under arrest for running off with a 13-year-old boy named Tristan Wade. We have some good news now. Tristan has been found, recovered, and Elisa Thomas is being held on criminal charges. Tristan and his mom, Brittany, join me now. Guys, thanks for being with me.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome.
Tristan, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
I know you're having your forensic interview very soon, and I don't want to get into too many details of what happened to you, but it's safe to say that this person took advantage of you. How did she become your friend? How did you get to know her?
So basically, when I went to a party with a couple of my friends, and she was there, and we kind of just like talked a little bit.
Did you know how old she was?
No, I did not.
What was the plan? What was it that she said that got you to go with her on this?
All right, so basically, I asked her to check my phone, and apparently my mom texted that she would pick me up at the skate park, but in reality, she didn't. So that was a lie that Alyssa told me. Alyssa said that she would take me to the skate park because I don't really know where that's at.
And so she tricked you.
Yes.
And what happened after Alyssa said that she would take you to the skate park?
She asked me if it's all right if she stopped by her dad's, and I was like, sure.
And so you stopped by the dad's, and then what happened?
She basically just grabbed a bunch of blankets. But she grabbed a backpack. I didn't see what was in the backpack, but when we got down to Portland, I figured out it was blankets.
That's probably about as much as we can.
Okay.
So that's probably about as much as we can ask on that stuff right now.
Yeah, I know your mom is concerned about getting into too many details, and I totally understand that. So, Tristan, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're back. And take care of yourself, all right?
All right, thank you.
All right, nice to talk. Brittany, I cannot imagine the fear you were experiencing during all those hours that Tristan was gone.
Enraged and sad and just I had all these crazy emotions. I was just so mad. And I went up and they let me speak before the judge made his decision, and I was able to say a few things, but started crying. But I just let them know that they needed to do whatever they could to keep her where she was, that she is a predator, that I don't want this to happen to any other child. It shouldn't have even happened to my child, that this has happened before. It may not be, recorded in law, but she's been known to hang around children. And
Well,
she's been
she's faced criminal charges before for inappropriate relationships with younger people and theft. She's 24 years old.
We mentioned how we were able to ping his phone, but she sold it in a kiosk. So, I mean, even if if his phone wouldn't have died, or if it would have been able to stay on or whatever, and we would have been able to continue to ping it, it only would have been able to ping in that location because she had sold it. She created a relationship with him. She created a trust with him. She got him alone. She lured him away. She kept him away. She deprived him of all social media, he said that he didn't even listen to music while he was hanging out with her. She completely made it to where he had to depend on her. And yeah, he probably could have left, but at the same time, I mean, he didn't know people were looking.
Who does this? Who does this to a 13-year-old boy?
A predator, someone who shouldn't be around children, someone who probably shouldn't be out on the streets, someone who needs help. It's just, I cannot believe that anybody would do that to any child.
She is now charged with sodomy, non-force, custodial interference, essentially rape.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So it was custodial interference in the second degree, sex abuse in the second degree, and rape in the second degree is what she's being charged with at the moment. And then there might be more, there might not be, depending on after Tristan's forensic interview.
What scars has this left on your son?
I'm not sure yet. I mean, he's only been home for less time than he was missing. So, like right now, I mean, his siblings just kind of are constantly want to love on him, and he likes it. But at the same time, you know, now he's just like, I really need some space. He's, you know, taking a lot of showers, eating a lot, but he doesn't want to leave home. I mean, I am having to make him go to the grocery store and stuff with me because I can't leave him home now. Like I don't want to leave him out of my sight. So it's hard because now, I mean, I don't want him to isolate himself here, but I can't trust letting him out in the world. He's mine to protect. I can't trust another parent to do it.
5 days is a long time, Brittany. I can only imagine what that was like. Did you get to the point where you thought you would maybe never see your son Tristan again?
Yeah, I did. It was horrible. I mean, after we spent all that time searching and we posted all those flyers and we kept getting all these tips, but nothing was panning out. I was like, I have not physically seen or heard from my child in days, and I might not ever again. Like, I kept thinking, what was the last thing I said to him? When was the last time I saw him? What was he wearing before he went to school? Like, what was the last thing I fed him? Like, all of these things kept going through my mind. Like, you know, it was horrible. It was really just a horrible experience.
What do you say to Alyssa Thomas?
I don't have anything to say to her. I don't want anything to do with her. I hope that, you know, that where she's at now, she can never hurt anybody else. I hope that she has learned her lesson. I hope that she can learn from this experience. I hope that she will just, you know, leave us alone, leave other kids alone, that just, you know, you can do whatever. She can do her away from kids, you know, just on her own. Just, I don't care.
And as we wrap up here, Brittany, what is the lesson from this case for other parents? I know this is still very raw for you, but if you had to give advice to any other parent who goes through something similar to this, what do you tell them?
That, you know, following your gut, that when you feel like something is wrong, it's wrong. If you feel like enough is not being done, then enough is not being done. If you feel like there could be more, there could be more. You know, there are so many things that we can do that the police can't do. There are so many organizations out there that can help, that can do things that the police can't do. There is a big community out there. And if something feels wrong, then it probably feels wrong for the right reason. You know your child more than anybody else.